There's not really much to tell. We didn't have a falling out or anything, just drifted in different directions. Part of it was my family situation, I'll admit. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pry into personal matters. It's completely fine. You had no way of knowing. Besides, it's not like it bothers me now. I just live on my own these days. Really? I can't imagine what that might be like. It's not all that bad. You just have to make sure you're making proper meals for yourself, paying each of your bills on time. I keep a spreadsheet for that, actually, and that your income is enough to match those expenses. So your part-time wage is enough to cover all that? Well, I work a couple hours most evenings, cleaning up the cafe, setting things up, and doing what baking I can for things that will last until the morning, and I have my major Saturday shift. Sometimes I'll do the odd Sunday, too, when I need the money. The house was paid off 6 or 7 years ago, so I never needed to worry about the mortgage repayments, but yeah, it's enough to keep just me afloat. Even have a little savings, which is always nice to have for emergencies. I would have never guessed you were so organized. That's incredible. Oh, honestly, it's just life. When life gives you those lemons, you just gotta make do, you know? Amazing! I know it came from unfortunate circumstances, but that's just... I can't believe someone our age is so mature. Oh, well... Wait, why is she complimenting me? What do I do? It's nothing, really. I just live my life like anyone else would. I'm honestly thankful to have a roof over my head some nights. It must be hard, living paycheck to paycheck. Well, it's not like I don't have that buffer. I could live for a couple months off of that if I desperately needed to. It just gives me some security. But there are also people who would take all of that from you in an instant without a second thought. Oh, I've never been robbed or anything. My place doesn't have enough stuff in it to look like a good target. Wait, you mean... Yeah, people who have the money in the first place. I guess I've never really thought about it too hard. If I ignore them, maybe I'll stay under the radar, you know? I don't think that's how it works. But hey, let's talk about something a little less depressing, shall we? Oh, I've got it. What's your favorite subject? At school? Man, I don't know. Don't you say lunch now? Well, you got me there. We chuckle. No, but I have to think it's probably physics. It's crazy seeing how the world works and how the universe is just a sequence of increasingly unlikely events that coalesce into what we see around us every day. That's fascinating, actually. I have to say, for me it would be either English or music. I've gotten a lot more into music lately. Oh really? Why's that? Well, that's some of Micah's influence, believe it or not. She always wanted me to play an instrument with her when she was younger. I only recently picked up piano, but I've been practicing pretty hard whenever I get time. You should hear her play, though. It's just amazing. I would have never picked Aika as the musical type. I wonder why that is. Oh, she doesn't have time to play anymore. Her family doesn't own a piano, so she can only use the one at school, and running the club doesn't give her the free time to use it. That's a real shame. Maybe we should do something about that. What? You want to join the debate club so she can pick up piano again? No, that's not what I mean. I was more thinking maybe we should come together to buy her a piano so she can play at home.
Do you have any idea how expensive pianos are? Maybe like an electronic keyboard, how about that? Yeah.
Do you have any idea how much those cost? Well, no, but I suppose that's fair. I know, it was a nice sentiment, but if she really wanted to, she would have bought herself a keyboard. I think she's content to just let it drift away. But we'll be graduating in a few months. If she never gets the chance to play again just because she has to run a stupid club. Monica's eyes grow cloudy. Stop. Please stop. I know you're trying to help, but the reason she was forced to run the club was because I left. I'm the reason she dropped piano. I see. I'm sorry. What the hell is wrong with me? Why am I saying all the things to upset her tonight? It looks like the entree is here at least. Her misty look vanishes behind a mask of fortitude as the waiter drops off the spring rolls we ordered. Please, enjoy some with me. It won't be long before the maid arrives. Her smile now taking center stage upon her face, I can't help but wonder how much of everything she wears is simply a mask. But don't we all wear them from time to time? We spend a little time simply passing some small talk between us, little things like our favorite foods and colors, music tastes, and so on. Honestly, while we have some things in common, I'm actually a little surprised how few things we really match on. Not that it's a bad thing, it gives us stuff to talk about. We can't agree on everything after all. It'd be a little boring, you know. Oh, look, our mains are coming out. In front of me is placed a truly divine smelling satay. I can't wait to taste it. Monica, though. Is that? Sure is. Ratatouille. See, I've seen a movie in my life. We both burst out into laughter as we start to dig into our meals. Thank you again for a lovely night. I had a wonderful time. Oh, my pleasure, honestly. It was nice getting to know you a little better. She smiles, giving me a bit of an awkward hug before taking off. She has somewhere to be, it seems. All I can do is watch her figure grow smaller and smaller into the night.
It's the 30th. Whoa.
Back at school again. Normally I wouldn't complain, but I can't help but find myself distracted.
Oh, right, their week starts on Monday instead of Sunday.
Hell, I haven't heard so much as a peep out of Monica since she left on Saturday. How am I supposed to take that? What should I do? Oh God, what if she was waiting for me to message her first and I didn't? That'd be awful. It'd make me seem like I'm not interested at all. What do I do? Seek her out during lunch? Wouldn't that be weird? Okay, think about this. Before we can really work out how to respond, we need to work out whether that was actually a date or not. Just because I took it that way doesn't mean it is, but at the same time she did get all dressed up for it. What do I do? Pretend nothing happened until she brings it up? Maybe, but if she's expecting me to talk about it, would it not make that worse? What is everything? Both of us jump at the sound of her voice, albeit for slightly different reasons. Sorry. No, that was my fault. I was just too deep in thought. Yes, speaking of, I just wanted to ensure you were all right. You seemed out of it all lesson. Oh, well, you can talk to me about it if you want to. Yeah, I think that would be nice. I just have no idea where to begin. Well, what's currently on your mind? Perhaps you could start with that. Should I tell her? It might change her opinion of me. I'm a little concerned about a friend. I see. Yeah, she's not buying that at all. Anyway, my friend hung out with another friend a couple nights ago, and now isn't sure how they stand. Like, it felt like a date, but was it? There wasn't exactly much communication, so she just isn't sure. They haven't talked since. It didn't go poorly, but I guess she's just a little awkward. Wait, that was you? Huh? No, this was a friend. She almost vanishes into her bangs. You're the one that went on a date with Monica. Why didn't she... Hold on, it wasn't... Wait, she told you? She looks away from me, clearly a little hurt. As for me, I hadn't noticed it myself before. I definitely did just then. Why did she keep that a secret? Maybe she just didn't think it was important. Monica going on a date? Of course that's important. She's never done that before, and all the time I've known her. Always avoided it like the plague, fearing how it might affect her reputation. With how elated she was, I'd assumed she'd met a boy that struck her fancy. She was happy. Does that mean I have a chance? But if it was you, then that means... She hides deep within her bangs, but it does little to hide the wetness forming in her eyes. Wait, Yuri, hold on a second. What do you mean by that? What does it mean? She shakes her head, turning on her heel and vanishing out the door. I make to follow her, but by the time I reach the door myself, she's vanished down the hallway. Maybe she went to the bathroom? As much as I want to follow her to make sure she's okay, I don't want to invade her privacy. I'm sure she'll be okay. She's a big girl. I hope. I really didn't like the look on her face. But there's not much I can do about it now. I just have to hope she doesn't tell the rest of the club. As I walk inside the clubroom, I'm greeted by Sayori. Hey, Emily! Yuri hides behind her bangs, and Monica merely gives me a small smile before returning to her book. Sayori frowns as she walks over to me. Did you do something? Who, me? No. She bites her lip, a little concerned. Sure seems like it did. To get such a lukewarm reception. Well... She gives me a small smile, grabbing my hand and leaning me over to a desk next to where she was sitting down. Come on, whatever it was, it can't be that bad, right? Yeah, you're right. Best to just let it slide for now and wait for our cooler heads to prevail. At least that's what I thought was going to happen, but... All right, everyone, I have an announcement to make. As requested, we all gather around to the front of the room. Monica walks out from behind the desk and bites her lip, clearly a little nervous. Nervous? What does she have to be nervous about? Wait, it's not what I think it is it? Is there something I'm missing here? She's not gonna... No, there's no way she'd oust me right here in front of everyone. She's far too... How do I put this? Oh God, here it comes. I've put our name forward to participate in the culture festival next week. What?
Sorry, I just can't clear my throat today. What? So everyone?
I know we're a new club, but I think it would be really helpful to draw in new members. I've been thinking lately, and the only members we have graduated a few months.
Why is this like an emotional moment?
Is that really how we want the literature club to go down in history? A place that lived and died with a few people.
Monica, I hear what you're saying, but we all have duties to our classrooms as well. And you want us to put something on at the club as well?
Well, it wouldn't be something running all day. I was thinking something small that we could run here. Say, something that's nice and easy to get out of the way. So, I was thinking about some poetry readings. I feel a collective shudder from the crowd. Monica, I don't think that's a great idea. Why not? It's something that is easy to do, and would bring in new members. Imagine how well it could go for us. Yes, but you're asking a group of introverts to perform in front of a crowd. That's a big ask. Sayori's no introvert, and honestly, when Siri and Natsuki open up, they're hardly quiet either. She did run for and successfully become a member of the student council, though. All we have to do is pretend it's a regular reading in front of the rest of us. So if we could practice over the course of the week, creating and reading poetry, then pick our favorite to read out for come Monday, would that not be perfect? I'm not sure about this one, Monica.
It's not exactly going to scream. This is the literature club. If we read out our own poetry, considering that isn't really what we're used to doing, we'd be better off holding our own regular meeting and inviting people along to that. Besides, do we really need more members? I don't know if we can fit too many more personalities in this room.
Yuri only silently nods along to Natsuki's statement. I know it feels like a really cool idea to push our club into the public eye, but it might be more trouble than it's worth. Monica frowns, then looks away. For a moment, I swear I see a softness shimmer in her eyes before she blinks it away and turns back to face us. That may be so, but we need to think long term. If we don't replace the people we've lost, it will reflect poorly on us as a club. So this is just publicity to you? Suddenly, Yuri speaks up, a harsh tone in her voice. You think that this club is this safe haven is something to be used as a commodity? What? Of course not. That's what it feels like, isn't it? That we're being used to fuel something that isn't just the warm environment we've grown to love here. Do you have no love for what this place represents to everyone? Natsuki intervenes this time, placing a hand on Yuri's shoulder.
Hey, Yuri, she gets the point. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it was only a suggestion. There's no need to call her out like that. From what I know of Yuri, she would usually back down by now, but there's something in her eye, something more. But it wasn't just a suggestion. You've already done it, right? You go and do whatever you want, with no consideration for the people around you. Is that fair? She turns to me. Would you drag someone who's been in this club less than a week into something like that? Wait, hey now, I didn't actually say. Or Sayori, would you appreciate being forced to speak in front of the entire school? Hey, I did run for the student council alongside Natsuki, so it's not. Or Natsuki, would you care to stand out of your comfort zone?
Look, Yuri, I don't know what's gotten into it.
Why? Why do you all regress upon every decision you make? Is it so difficult to settle on a cohesive argument for once? I'm rendered utterly speechless in all the time I've vaguely known her. Yuri's never, not once, like this. Yuri, it's okay. Is it? Would you allow yourself to be pushed around so easily if it were anyone else?
Well, Monica just went zooming.
We all pause as Monica wordlessly leaves the room. I don't need to see her face to know the absolute anguish she's suffering. I don't wait for a response before I follow her out, receiving a surprisingly sharp glare from Yuri. Of course she'd side with her. That's what she's thinking. There she is. I wasn't entirely sure where she'd go, but I had a feeling it would be here or the music room. Glad to know I was at least right with my second guess. Hey, it's not your fault, you know.
How can it not be? You've seen exactly what happened. Everyone hated the idea, but it's more than that. They didn't just hate the idea, they hated that I'd gone ahead and done it anyway.
She doesn't look at me, her eyes drifting off into the wintry sky listlessly.
I thought I had the agency to lead this club, that I understood what everyone wanted, but I clearly don't. How can I lead a club I don't understand?
It's nothing so spectacular, I assure you. They were just surprised.
Were they? Even you didn't like the idea. Why are you here if you don't support it?
Because I never said I didn't support it. Neither did Sayori. We were just surprised as all. That's how it goes when you drop a bombshell like that. I want to support you, Monica.
I feel like they might be blowing this out of proportion.
She says nothing for a brief moment before sighing.
Would you support someone who makes mistakes?
Of course. Everyone does. What matters is that you come back stronger from those mistakes.
Would you support someone as argumentative and as stubborn as man could be?
It shows they have a strong will and a great desire to believe in what they stand for.
And would you support someone who is so self-centered that she would throw every one of her friends under the bus for a small, pathetic little dream she had of a club she founded getting a little staying power after she's gone?
I would, but that isn't you. You aren't that person, Monica.
And what the hell would you know?
She turns to face me, a flash of utter anguish crossing her features. Then, as quickly as it arrives, it softens.
You should go.
Should I, or should I stay to keep you company? Even if we say nothing, I'd be happy. She looks away for a moment, back toward the drop below.
You won't be happy being around me. As I'm sure Yuri can attest to, I bring nothing but pain to all those who know me, one way or another. So, please, just leave me alone for a little while.
I grit my teeth. All right, be safe, won't you?
I will.
I take my leave, stepping back into the roof's entryway.